So today we're going to talk about a new phenomenon in the gun community. And what's that, you may ask? Liberal gun owners. You may not have been paying attention, but the gun community has become a lot more diverse the last few years. It's more black, more LGBTQ, and more liberal. So we're going to talk about that today. Liberal gun owners, that's right, they're real, and they are looking for their place in the 2A community. A lot of liberals own guns, but the firearms community is mostly made up of conservative, the stereotypical, 2A guy, white guy, redneck, all this different type of stuff. But we're going to talk about left-leaning gun groups and if they're helping and are they getting the word out that it's okay to be a Democrat and own a gun. And are liberals listening? So let's get into it. So it's no secret that the gun community is primarily conservative. When you picture a hunter, a target shooter, you're not thinking liberal. But there's a growing body of liberal gun owners who don't fit that profile. One of the largest factions of new gun owners are people of color, women and members of the LGBT community. And those groups tend to vote Democrat, not exclusively. And the face of the 2A community is changing day by day. And you know what? I'm happy to see it. Gone are the days when I was the only black guy, a person of color in a gun club. So everything's becoming more diverse, and liberal gun owners are finding their way into the community and finding their place. Will they be accepted? Let's talk about it. So like I said, it wasn't that long ago I would regularly find myself being the only person of color at the gun range. But now that's no longer the case. In fact, it's common to see people of color or LGBTQ plus people at the gun range. It's common to see African Americans at the skeet range or women coming to one of my firearms classes. I've got a lot of women coming to my firearm classes down here in Atlanta. So it's not uncommon to see them all in the same place now. So most shooting ranges and firearm clubs are mostly one demographic, white men. So I guess now we know what happens when liberals come into these very conservative spaces. Some conservative gun owners welcome them with open arms. I've seen it a lot. Others reject them for their political beliefs. That's kind of known to be hell. That's why I kind of cater a lot of my classes to underrepresented groups in the gun community, because they haven't been comfortable, because their experiences in gun ranges and gun shops have been bad. Mine have been mostly positive, although I've had a couple of spots that made me feel uncomfortable. But we're talking about liberal gun owners. Let's get back on track. Sam, my gun shop LGC experience has been mostly positive, but a couple of negative spots. But I know a lot of people that have had different experiences than me. So many new gun owners feel uncomfortable before they even go to the gun store. So I guess, what does all this mean for the liberal gun owner? Are they accepted? Are they rejected? Are they left-leaning organization for them to join? And do these groups help? I'm a member of the NRA and USCCA. But I've joined some left-leaning groups, Liberal Gun Club, Arm Your Friends, SRA, places that new gun owners can go and feel accepted by others in the same community with the same belief system. Believe it or not, there are a lot of members in the Liberal Gun Club that are and vote conservative. But I guess their view of conservative and what others have turned conservatism into is not the same. So they feel more comfortable, rather than joining NRA, joining a liberal gun club, even though they wouldn't identify as liberal. It's kind of weird, but those things are out there. I would say liberal gun club maybe 60-40, 50-50 as far as, conservative people with conservative values who don't identify as strictly right conservative. So these people opinions may differ on things like abortion and immigration, but they all seem to be in favor of having a strong Second Amendment and strong Second Amendment rights. As the conversation about gun control and gun rights in the United States continues, people on both sides are debating and wondering what role does do liberal gun owners play in the conversation? Debate about gun control has been a sticky topic for a long time. So a lot of recent incidents have a lot of activists advocating for stricter gun control laws. So we'll delve into that in the future. I did a video on gun control, but the recent couple of shootings I wanted to kind of add to what I put in there because it's a lot deeper than what a lot of people think. So gun control mostly doesn't work in what's common sense going on. We keep getting off the topic. Let's get back to liberals. And but we can talk about it. Debate over gun control has also led the liberals rethinking their views on guns and owning them themselves. Being a liberal gun owner can be challenging. A lot of liberals feel that like they don't fit in with conservative gun owners who make up most of the firearm community. Others wonder whether more left-leaning gun groups help or hurt their cause. They're trying to be an inclusive group, one member said in a liberal gun club he belongs to, and he said he thinks that's admirable, but it doesn't serve their cause. Like I said, I've joined a couple of these groups, and I've had both positive and negative experience in these groups. The positive side, there are places for new gun owners that don't identify as staunchly conservative to go and feel comfortable. On the other hand, they're usually being run by new gun owners and people that have only been shooting for a few years. So it may take a while for them to get running on a smooth and consistent basis and reach the audience that they're looking for. You know, a lot of these liberal gun groups have only been around for a few years. So, you know, it may take a while for them to kind of get their footing and catch on and do what they got to do. You know, talking about liberals, we can talk about black gun groups. Philip Smith started the National Association of African American Gun Owners in February of 2015, and in just 7 years, it's become the largest black-owned gun club in the country. He started with the primary goal to expose, educate, and motivate as many African American men and women to go out and purchase a firearm for self-defense and to take training on proper gun use. It's an organization that promotes gun ownership rights among African Americans in the United States, has over 50,000 members, and more than 75 chapters in the United States. Sounds like he got it right, huh? Can other groups do the same? We'll find out. Talk to you guys later.